Now, Lebanon is facing an unprecedented economic crisis. Nearly a third of the population are living below the poverty line, and the Lebanese pound has lost about 80% of its value in less than a year. It's led to many large protests against the government, and the coronavirus pandemic is making things even harder. Euronews' Leah Fayed reports from Beirut.
Lebanon is suffering its worst economic crisis in decades. The Lebanese pound has lost more than 85% of its value on the black market in the past 9 months, wreaking havoc on the purchasing power of the citizens. Prices of goods have been skyrocketing as Lebanon imports almost everything, from basic foods to luxury goods. And with fuel shortages, electricity blackouts are spreading.
We have the electricity only for 2 hours during the day. We are obliged to put the generator, and we don't have always the diesel. We get it at a very high price. It's in the black market. Maybe we will be in the total darkness. As a teacher, my salary is a pity. I cannot even go to a grocery. Everything is 4 times more.
With a dollar shortage in the country due to the declining remittances and investments, banks have been imposing strict restrictions on withdrawals and transfers, holding people's money hostage.
I think the system is broken now. Our dollars, mine and my parents, for instance, are stuck in the bank, and we can only withdraw them in Lebanese pound, which has lost more than 80% of its value on the black market, and most probably it will plunge even more.
On a main roadside in Beirut, 25-year-old Ali Musa, a graduate in media studies, found himself having to sell fruits and vegetables alongside his father to support his family, despite that his heart lies in a profession he may not be able to pursue in the foreseeable future. Ali's dream now is to leave Lebanon.
Anyone who has the chance to travel and leave this country is doing so, because the situation won't get better in a year, not even in 10 years.
The economic collapse has been pacing up since October 2019, where protests have emerged against decades of corruption and mishandling of the political leaders, who have been bleeding the state's treasury dry. Lebanon is currently in talks with the IMF for a multi-billion-dollar rescue plan and is seeking aid from the international community against long-awaited reforms. However, the current government, backed by the Hezbollah party, has not shown any serious measures in that regard.
Economy experts have been warning that unless Lebanon takes urgent steps to restore confidence from the local and the international community, the country will enter a long period of hyperinflation and depression. Until now, there seems to be no light at the end of the tunnel. Leah Fayed, Euronews, Beirut.